The Power 5. We'll start off with 5, and then I'll work my way down to number 1. Okay? All right, now, number 5. I just talked about it in the opening rant. Jacksonville. The Jaguars should be 5-0. They're just a play or two off here. Just a few miscues here in that Cincinnati game. It was up in Cincinnati. They had that game won at one point. Jacksonville had some big throws by Browning in that particular game come off, and they end up winning. Some busted coverages defensively. But they would be 5-0. But I got them at number 5. They're 10th. You know, as bad as their defense has looked in the past, they're 10th in points allowed defensively. That was their big Achilles last year. They lack late game grit. I talked about that earlier from Doug Peterson. Almost soft at times. This year under Cohen, like I said earlier, 14-0, down 14-0. They really rallied under Cohen. I like his locker room presence so far. I like what I see out of this guy, this head coach here. And I like the moxie that Trevor Lawrence has been lacking as a pro. I like that, what he's lacking, and he's got it right now. Playing really well. 60% completion percentage, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, but he's running really well as well, and he's not getting hit too hard. He's playing pretty smart football out there, Trevor Lawrence is. ETN didn't have a great game last night, but that running back, Travis Etienne, 443 yards, 4th in NFL in rushing. They're running the ball. They're 10th. Their defense is tightened up here. I do believe at this point they look to be really well coached. They look to be buying in. Okay, so they're number 5 on my Power 5 this week. The Jaguars have sneaked in there. Number 4. It's a little bit of fall here, but I feel vindicated about what I said. I've been saying about the Eagles for weeks now, that the Philadelphia Eagles are looking more and more like the team of 2 years ago, not the team last year. They're not running the ball effectively with Saquon Barkley. Sometimes A.J. Brown looks like a ghost out there. You don't even know if he's in there or not. They look like the team under Brian Johnson. That's the offensive coordinator, one and done, got fired. Remember, they got off. They won like the first 8 or 9 games and then lost 6 of their last 7 or something crazy stuff like that, and got really blown out, sloppy looking in that playoff game against Tampa last year or year before last. That being said, they still, defensively. No, wait a minute. I said they can't run the ball. They're 24th in the league in rushing. Okay. Remember, this guy was an in-house promotion type of guy. This new offensive coordinator they've got here. Not good. Not good. They're probably going to have to make a change. I know this is bizarre, but Philadelphia is a no-nonsense town. This is a no-nonsense owner. This is a no-nonsense organization as a whole. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't fire him in season, or let somebody else call the plays or something like that. That being said, they're still 4-1. They're still 4-1. They still have probably the best talent out there, and they're relatively healthy. And they should have won Sunday. There was a good wake-up call for them, if you ask me. They should have won Sunday. So they're number 4 on my Power 5 Philadelphia Eagles. Number 3, Tampa. Despite not having Bucky Irvin and Mike Evans, Rashard White stepped up at running back, and this Emeka Egbuka, 162 yards, 7 catches last week. I mean, he is playing out of this world. He is, now it's early, of course. I mean, we're only 5 games in. But right now, he's Rookie of the Year, hands down. No ifs, ands, or buts about, although Tyler Warren's having a good year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Emeka Egbuka is really killing it. And I'll tell you what, Baker Mayfield, a lot of people ain't really putting Baker Mayfield is having a borderline MVP season. What does he got? Like 10 touchdowns? Yeah. 10 touchdowns, 1 interception. Borderline MVP. And 2 of them games were without his left tackle. Two of them wins there were on the road without Thurston Wirfs. And I just mentioned they didn't have their starting running back and Mike Evans this past week, and they went from Tampa to Seattle and put 38 points. What does that say about Seattle's defense, which is overrated? You know, all them high draft picks by Seattle, they ain't done nothing. But I'm more hyped about Tampa here. I do feel vindicated about keeping them in my Power 5 last week. They was in Power 5 last week, and they went up a little bit to Power 5 this particular week, this Tampa team. So I got them at number 3. Okay. Now, number 2, Buffalo. Despite the loss, I just thought they got complacent. I think Buffalo got a little bored out there. And it looks like that New England wanted that game more. New England was more disciplined in that game, and they just took the game. But despite that loss, they're still 10th in total defense. I do expect them to make a move, either a cornerback or defensive lineman, at the trade deadline coming up in November, because this is their year. That being said, they're 3rd in total offense, 2nd rushing. And Josh Allen, he's probably still the MVP. 70.4 completion percentage, 9 touchdowns, 2 picks. This guy, check out these yards. 1,217 yards. We're 5 games into the season. 1,217 yards, and he's ran for 212, 3 touchdowns. He's still playing at all world, but the team lets him down sometimes. And he had some turnovers, you know. He has some turnovers. I got them at number 2. They drop out of the top spot there. Detroit Lions, number 1 team in my power ranking. They just don't look like they have any flaws, man. I'm telling you. Getting David Montgomery back involved last week, got that good 1-2 running back tandem with him, and Gibbs is kind of small. You want to have a guy to kind of offset Gibbs a little bit. I like the fact they still use Montgomery like that. But they're number 1 in points per game. They do have some injuries at corner. Early on, Terran Arnold, Dan Campbell said he's going to be out for a while, elbow injury. Now reports are, after further evaluation, looks like Terran Arnold may be back towards the end of the month. Now, it's just October 7th, but that's still pretty good because Dan was making it look like he might not come back this year, Dan Campbell. So that's really good, getting back there with Kirby Joseph and, of course, Brian Branch, who's all-world at safety this year. But they got a big game coming up this week against Kansas City, and that's going to be one I'm going to have to study really hard because I don't know who's going to win that game. But excellent front line. Defensively, they're 2nd in sacks. They're 7th in run defense. They're winning the last 4 weeks. They had a lot of double-digit wins. I know they're beating up on a banged-up Cincinnati team and a banged-up Chicago Bear team, but they just look excellent. Offense, defense, special